My name is Abigail Langer, and I'm the host of the Esther Foundation's Healing Café, a series in which we interview a variety of interesting guests in talking about their experiences with mental health. Today's guest is going to be our friend Andy, who's coming to join us today to talk about one of the most popular programs our foundation holds, Healing Camp. So, to begin, Andy, how would you describe the Healing Camp experience?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. I have a lot of experience seeing my own psychiatrist on and on for many years. But this group therapy session was my first time experience, and it was great in many different ways. By listening to a lot of different people, I was able to have a better perspective of my own problem and possible solution that I can apply in the future. I noticed that everybody came with their own problems, but I found a lot of commonalities among those problems. So I was able to relate myself to them, and through their story, I was able to better understand my problem and better possibility of my future mental health.
That's fantastic, and I'm so happy that you've been able to have that experience. Mm-hmm. Something very important to us at our foundation is making sure that people know that they are not alone in their problems. And it sounds like through your experience, even though you came with your own personal problem, in the group therapy setting, you found that commonality.
One thing I was afraid was letting other people know what I was going through. I was very shy about my mental health status, and I felt like I really didn't have much place to go where I feel safe to share my story and get empathy from other people. But this was the place where you feel very comfortable and safe and secure, and with a lot of trust and encouragement. One thing I noticed was a lot of us were suffering from experience from our early stage of life. For a lot of people, that has been submerged under their subconscious. So they didn't realize until something triggered their trauma, if I can call it. For 15 or 20 years, I didn't realize I was suffering depression because at that generation, maybe, and from my cultural background, people just ignored that kind of a mental health issue. So I always blamed myself, not being strong enough to stand up for myself. So I was very guilt-stricken, and then even my parents used to blame me, you're not strong enough. So I always felt it's my own fault, and I always blamed myself until I encountered my major depression for the first time when I was 30. Then I realized that, this is something serious than for myself not being strong or having the right characteristics. When I came to that point, I realized I needed some help. So it's when I joined this healing camp, meeting a lot of youth and young adults, I was very happy for them. They started their work at their early stage of life. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Andy, what advice would you have for a young person today who's in the same boat that you were 30 years ago?
Well, I'm so glad to answer that question. As you might have mentioned earlier, what is important thing is the awareness. Okay. First of all, I think we have to reach out to young people who is going through this difficulty to make them aware that the first thing is not their fault. Okay, so it's something you have to seek for help. You are not the only one. There are a lot of us going through the same problem. It's not something that you should be shameful of, and there is help out there. So stop blaming yourself and have courage to come forward and seek help. And I have witnessed a lot of success stories. The help is out there and it works. It truly works. So it's gonna work for you. So don't be shy to come forward and share your story and listen to other people's story. I think that will be the first step for your better and bright future.
Well, thank you so much for that incredible response and for sharing so much of your unique and valuable experience with mental health. And I believe that you sharing your story today and having the bravery and the courage to seek help and to join us today and encourage others to seek help is going to change lives. And we thank you so much for joining us today and helping us to encourage mental health awareness and education.
What Esther Foundation is offering to the society is a tremendous effort for the future generation. You know, I wish I had this kind of support when I was going through this problem, but I'm so happy to see what your foundation is trying to do, and I have great hope for the future.
Thank you. And we are so thankful to have incredible members like you
Thank you very
helping to
much
strengthen our foundation. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us for this week's Esther Foundation Healing Cafe. For more information and mental health resources, please check the links below in our description, especially for resources on how to join our Healing Camp program that's helped so many before. Thank you again and see you next week. And as always, you are not alone.
With Esther Foundation, you are not alone.